There's a middle ground here.
I don't want to take it from the rest of the panel. I just wanted to make a point.
There is a middle ground, and there is a middle ground because yesterday there was a whole debate online about why didn't we keep Elanga? He's better than all of our attackers. 95% of the fan base wasn't saying that when he was here. All I've seen all season is clip after clip and comment after comment and news report after news report being shared of, oh my God, look how good Scott
McTominay, Terry.
Tell them about Man United shirt. You know, I saw an old video, right? And I'm not propping up Maguire here, from a man like Ricky from United Stand who says, we just sold Smalling. He's made Serie A Team of the Year and we're stuck here with Maguire. This has been going on at Man United for a long time. Players leave and do better elsewhere. The reason they struggle here, and Gary Neville's right broadly in what he said yesterday. He just got the players wrong because I don't think Maz, I don't think De Ligt, Lenny Euro hasn't played. I don't think Ugarte have been bad players for us this season, right? But there's a reason that everyone, and this is the thing I'd say, this is where I get where Staffy's coming from. Of course, we need to improve the technical level of our squad. At the same time, look at some of the players we've signed in the last 10 years, from Pogba to what's his name? Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Di Maria. We signed a lot of good quality players, and we signed them. And most times when our rivals are being fair, they go, that's a good player. Oh, he's decent. Oh, that's not a bad deal by Man United. Fast forward 2 years, and we're talking about them like they're Bebe. There's something. So for me, this is quality, mentality. There's a middle ground to this for me. And I don't think it's all mentality, but at the same time, I don't think it's just about buying better quality. It's about what Amorim's trying to install. It's about having a system that the players are right for, and not having 4 different groups of players from 3 or 4 different managers who are all suited to 3 or 4 different styles of play and trying to put them all together and make it work. And that's why I that is the root cause. And I get your point. Ineos is to blame for their mistakes. However, we're now in 14th, and it's, if they hadn't have got the appointment wrong in the summer, we wouldn't be here. There is truth to that, but I still think it's surface level, because if there hadn't been 11 years of malpractice prior, that one mistake wouldn't have left us in 14th. And what I don't think we should do as Man United fans is rewrite our history and how we got to this point. You know, we're not.
Yeah, that's why.
We're not in
that's
14th.
Why for me.
Sorry, man, go on.
Yeah, that's why for me, I'm not even overly cooking Ineos this time around, because I know the mistakes that they've made. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for the summer, bro. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see what they actually do in the summer, because they're making all these cuts. You know what I'm saying? They're taking money away from people. You know, are they going to do what Clear did, bro? You know, change the team completely. That's what I'm looking at. Because, you know, he's come in, doing a lot of talk about, you know, he understands the club, you know, he understands what the fans want and all of these things. Bro, what your club needs is a whole revamp up top. A whole revamp. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking at for me in the summer, to see if Ineos are actually serious.
I agree. Potsy, I want to ask you this question first. What did you make of the treatment yesterday of Joshua Zirkee?
Yeah, man, look, I don't ever really believe that fans should be told they can't boo either a performance or an individual if they really believe that it's an absolute shambles and that's how they truly feel. And the reason I say that is not because I'm Standards FC, and it's not because I believe that you know, it's the right or wrong thing to do. I feel like if you've paid for a service and you think it's absolutely shambolic and you truly believe that, then go do what you want, man. Real talk. Like, if I go for a meal and it's shit, I'm not going to say, I'll just sit on my hands and just eat it and be a good boy and then go and get someone else. You say, if you believe that to be an absolute atrocious performance, individual performance, you have a right. You've paid your money. You think it's a shambles. Do I think it's going to help Joshua Zirkee and Manchester United? Probably not. But the fan base have, let's be real, been very, very patient at Manchester United. They don't really understand the signing. We're all on here not really understanding the signing. For £40 million and 75 for Højlund, that's a disgrace to spend that much money on 2 players up top that can't get more than 9 goals or whatever the hell it is. So for me, I don't really think it's a disgrace that the fans have done that. Arsenal fans have done it before with players like Mustafi and even Granit Xhaka at times. And I didn't think it was a disgrace back then because they were a shambles.
That's what it reminded me.
It's a disgrace. No, one second, Terry. I'm sorry. You know,
you took over the show, bro, because you let other people talk.
No, hold on. It's my section right now, because we're talking about my
team.
Section, a lot of time to
What's wrong with you, bro?
You know why it's a disgrace? No, because fuck this fan base, bro. I'll tell you why. Because these guys. No, hold on. Let me tell you this, because it pissed me off, and it's not you, Patsy. Yesterday, I was really pissed, and I said this on my channel. I'm gonna say it again. These are the same match-going fans that sit here and they watch our channels and they go, "Oh, YouTube is toxic. AFTV is toxic. United Stand is toxic. football Terrace is toxic. Whoever they want to call is toxic. Oh, they just sit there and they just talk shit about players, get behind the players, and then they go drink about 40 fucking liters of beer, and then they go to the stadium. 60% of them are drunk, and they just sit there and they fucking spit shit like they did yesterday at a 23-year-old who's just been here for about 4 months. Meanwhile, you have other players, and I'm not gonna sit here and I'm gonna play the race card, but there's certain players that go on that pitch and do nothing, and shit the game and stink the pitch out every fucking week. And when they get subbed off or subbed on, they get their names fucking sang. And this kid who came in under a different manager, a different system, forget that he's been in the club for 4 months. He's been in this country for 4 months. Okay, made team of the year last season under a team that appreciated him and made Champions League. And he was begging, and managers were begging to buy him when he went to Juventus. He comes here and he suffers from the toxicity that everyone is suffering from. And what they do when he gets subbed off, they fucking boo him. And the minute they see Manu coming on, they cheer it. The kid takes his fucking jacket and he goes to the fucking locker room and starts fucking tearing up and crying because he doesn't know what he did so bad to get scapegoated. The sub needed to be made because we were losing the midfield battle. So whoever was going to get subbed off first was going to get that. But the fact that you chant Viva Garnacho every week, but you want to scapegoat this guy, it shows me that you're just selective who you want to support. When Fat sat there and said, work on your first touch, they told him to go back to fucking Asia and shit and got all those racist abuses on fucking line. And this kid, yesterday, all he did was be a part of a shit 11 that played, and they boo him. When's the last time we booed a single individual? I'll tell you when's the last time we booed a single individual. Another black guy, Rashford, and another black guy in Pogba. These guys selective who they want to boo. And this is why when people come out and say it's a race thing, it's because this fan base is a disgrace. Don't ever sit here and tell us again on YouTube that we're toxic when you sit there and you scapegoat a 23-year-old because the manager got the formation right and the seniors on the fucking pitch like Casemiro and Eriksen and them were getting ran over. Fuck this shit, man.
What are you gonna crash out or what?
Listen, players.
I was waiting for you.
Let me just say one thing. Look, I hate to say this, but I do agree with Safi. I think different players do get different treatment, and I saw this with Salah as well and other good players maybe who. We're going through a tough time 2 years ago with the season where, Liverpool were going through a bad time. The criticism would always be labeled towards like the likes of Salah, etc. And then you'd sing Nunez's name. I just don't understand it, to be honest with you. But when it comes to Manchester United, like in general, as a fan base, this is something that you guys deserve to see, because you guys are the biggest gaslighters in the whole universe, worse than Chelsea fans to begin with. So that in itself is an insult, even though Don is on this panel and he's probably one of the worst content creators I've worked with in my life. I love him as a man though, but he's probably one of the worst opinionated guys I've ever heard talk football.
Okay, cool. But I'm going to stop you because I need to understand something. When you say you've got to expand on what Man United fans do,
I'll tell you. Bruno is better than Gerrard. I went back. I watched that video yesterday. I wanted to vomit.
Hang on.
I wanted to vomit.
Hang on. Sorry. Who said that?
A United fan on one of those sports Bible things, the videos that they do where they have the thing.
Oh, fuck off. I don't want to hear about that bollocks.
What do you mean, fuck off? It's a United fan wearing a United shirt representing Man United on a show?
Liverpool fans.
You represent all the Liverpool fans, bro.
Hang on, guys. Guys, stop a minute. A Liverpool fan the other day tweeted that Bukayo Saka got an infection after his injury and it's threatening his career. Is that representative of you, Hussam?
No, I'm not saying it represents me. I'm just talking about the United fans in general.
Something stupid, and we're all gaslighters. Fuck off.
Anyway, listen. Anyway, first of all, Terry, you have to pay for your Bruno crimes because you propped up that Portuguese Gallagher.
Fuck off.
You've been propping up the Portuguese Gallagher for the last 3 years.
Well. When I propped up
you have
Bruno,
to pay for that crime now.
I'm just going to mute your lines and your bullshit. Hang on. Then I'm playing your slot out video every time you come on now. Fuck you.
Play it. I've already said it was an emotional reaction.
Fuck you. We want to play these games.
I've already said it was an emotional reaction. I don't care. I've already said it. Play it.
Every single time you come on now, that's what we're playing. That's what we're playing. When I propped up Bruno, when I propped up Bruno, he was performing and scoring at a massive level for the last couple of years.
For 6 months.
That's fucking bullshit. 6 months. Don't lie. Right, let's move on to someone else who wants to speak the truth. What are you saying, Nobbins?
I can't even speak. I got interrupted 10 seconds after.
Not if you're going to sit there and lie. No, you're not talking.
No, but we're here to express our opinions. I want to express my opinions on Man
Your
United.
opinion's a lie. We're moving on, Nobbins.
My opinions is not a lie. I'm not just
You
gonna.
just lied about me 3 times in 5 minutes. Nobbins
I didn't lie about you. You were doing Bruno prop. You've defended Bruno for 3 years.
When Bruno played well, I praised him. When he played badly,
Bruno hasn't played well for 3 years.
For the last couple of years, I've been saying that I think we should look to move him on. Said it. So what are you lying about?
I never heard you say that.
Well, you fucking need to clean your ears out and listen more then, Nobbins.
Fair enough. Anyway, I never heard you say that. But regardless, with Man United, look, Man United are in this position because everyone fucked up. Everyone fucked up at the club.
That's very true.
Everyone, including the managers, both of them, Amorim and Ten Hag, including Ineos. And, we kind of did fall for the Ineos stuff that Mr. Fleurs was saying in the summer. But now the series of decisions that they've made over the last 3 months make you question.
I've got to interject again. What are you lying for? I said in the summer.
Here we go. I can't even criticize.
You're not going to lie about me. In the summer, I said, and all of you do straight facts with me. So please, boys, you can banter if you want. I said keeping Ten Hag's a massive mistake. I said we should be moving that guy out, and I called it a mistake from the beginning. I said I'd be objective about it, but I thought it'd be a mistake, and it turns out to be a massive one. Okay? That also doesn't mean, though, that I think we should turn our backs on them and throw baby out with the bathwater. When they kept the manager, I said it was wrong, and we had to bring an Amorim, whoever it was, in at the start of the summer. That is what I said. So why lie?
But you did look at the positives, because we did a show and we looked at Ten Hag under new structure.
I literally just
Thank you, Lawless.
No. That's fucking. But I just literally said. I was objective about it and said I'm going to put my feelings aside, look at what could or may not work, and see what happens. I weren't going to throw baby out with the bathwater. But let us not pretend that I jumped for fucking joy, stripped off naked, and run around the streets and oh my god, greatest decision ever. That's not bullshit, boys.
But today was gonna work. Terry, did you not sit with, I think, all of us, and you actually gave us the reasons why you think it might work for Ten Hag?
But you're missing the fundamental point.
No,
and why
the whole point.
Oh, no, it's not the whole point. If I sit there and say I'm against this, I think it's wrong, but here's some objective reasons as to why it might work, that's not the same as saying I'm fully behind it. I think it's the right decision.
Yeah. I remember Terry was basically saying, like, he's happy that Ten Hag hasn't got the control on the recruitment anymore, is what he was saying, right? Because it was hopium, Terry. Let's be real. It was hopium. Because Terry didn't want Ten Hag to stay, but he was like, do you know what? If he is going to stay, I'd rather him be in a position where he's not got control and he's just managing the team. That's what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, Terry.
Yes, done, but we all said it's not going to work under Ten Hag because the guy is finished, is done.
Yeah, but the reality, the reality is.
Of course, we're not. Of course, we're not going to sit here. There's no one that is sure of the future 100%. But the reality is, it was never going to work under Ten Hag.
I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry, and I don't care how much of a dickhead I come across about. I don't care. I'm going to stand my ground here. That's why none of us can tell the future, which is why I said I thought it'd go wrong. But here's some objective reasons for podcast sake, for conversation's sake, that could see it work. Okay, because what the club tried to do, it brought in some Dutch coaches. They bought him some players that they thought would suit his style, that met a certain threshold. And it was all right. You've got a structure now. And many Man United fans got behind this. They said, well, now there's a structure. Maybe he can make something work. And we started the season off. And there were some minor improvements in the shape. Okay, that looks a bit better. But it whittled away very quickly, like a lot of us thought it would. Me being objective and looking for some positives, whilst being open and honest, I'm not going to sit here and then have that thrown back in my face like I fully make it sound like I fully support the move. It's not called copium. Oh, fine.
But you were pro Ineos in the summer.
I'm still pro Ineos now. I haven't fucking changed. What are we doing here? I ain't changed.
What are you pissed?
What is this
bullshit? Why are you angry then?
What are you pissed?
You're lying about me.
I'm not. You are pro Ineos. You just said it, so we're criticizing Ineos.
No, because then you started talking about the keeping of Ten Hag specifically, and I weren't happy about
I never mentioned Ten Hag. That was Mo.
Fucking lie.
Terry, in the first match action, I came with you on KJ on the match action, Terry. And I said, I see the same things, and he said no.
Sorry?
Terry, in the first match, I'm going to repeat again. In the first match action, on this show, on the match action with Terry, KJ, Cam. I said I see the same things as last season. This Ten Hag guy doesn't have a clue. The players look clueless, and I don't see the same patterns of play. And you said no. I see a change. I see a light.
Yes, and what I
right
saw,
or wrong? Did that happen or didn't happen?
And I'll explain it. You're right, and I'll explain
All
it.
right.
Okay. No, but not all right, because there's an explanation.
I'm letting you explain. Go ahead.
Okay,
It's your show.
We saw it in the Community Shield game as well. In the first few games, the first two especially, there was a shape. We plugged the midfield. Ten Hag's island wasn't there, where the midfield was being exposed by itself. Okay, and we played okay football. And I said, okay, there's a base here to grow from. When you said it was exactly the same, I said it wasn't. The same as, by the way, the last 4 games of the season. We plugged the hole in midfield and we beat Newcastle. We narrowly lost to Arsenal. We went on to win the FA Cup final. And a lot of United fans, including Staffy, hopefully he backs me on this, said, why haven't we addressed this hole in the midfield all season? And we're doing it now. What then happened after that Fulham game is we saw that hole, Ten Hag's Island, start to appear again more and more and more, and it all fell apart. So what I won't do, even if I don't think a manager should be here, is if I see change, I'm not going to ignore I've seen it just to push an agenda. But did I say, wow, it's brilliant, we're going to win the league, best decision ever for Ineos, I'm fully behind keeping Ten Hag? No, I didn't. So I'm not going to sit here and have that picture painted when it isn't what I said. But over to you lot. I'm going to let you just continue to lie. Crack on.
Does anyone actually rate this squad? I've got to be real. I don't think many people have actually looked at this squad as a genuine thing, because I had Manchester United like top 8 this season. I don't think they'd be great. When Amorim come in, I thought they could probably and should be in minimum expectation now to push for the top 6. But then you look at the squad and you think, is it actually good enough for that? Like, real talk, it's not. I don't think that they're playing well enough as a squad. The Newcastle right now, I don't think they're getting anywhere near Villa or Chelsea. Forget Arsenal, Liverpool, and City, in my opinion. Even with City playing like this, I think Manchester United squad is pretty poor, man.
That's the problem. Like, and you probably get this labeled at you. Someone will come tell you, Arsenal fans say this and that. It'll probably happen in this show. You know, Don will tell you, Arsenal fans, blah, 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 and he'll label it at you, which this happens. It's normal. But from a United fan perspective, that wasn't the conversation. I mean, Terry was having conversations about United squad and Chelsea squad. I'm not lying. There was a conversation.
I agree. But that, if you say that to me, if you say, Terry, at the start of the season, you said there wasn't much difference between your squads, I'll go, yeah, I did, and I got that one wrong. Because that's
okay, no problem.
Hang on,
but this is why Hassan is calling it out, Terry.
That's why I will admit to the things I've got wrong. What I won't do is have you lie about things.
I haven't lied about you once.
One second.
Can I just say, I'm just get 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds, I'm going to mute my mic. Staffy, I'm going to let you go. Like, this is the thing. This wasn't what United fans were saying. I can't go based off of what Hussam thinks about Man United or what Don thinks about Man United. Let's go based off what their own fan base is saying. When they hired Amorim, I was watching Said and they were comparing their squad to Liverpool's squad. Okay? So I'm not going to go based off of what I think. I'm going to go based off what the United fans say.
I'll be honest with you. When you come on the terrace, I want you to give me the opinions that you think. I want your opinions on things.
Okay, that's fine. I know. I'm going to tell you my opinion. But the point is, you have to go based off what the United fans think and say. And they were talking about these players like they are good enough. And they were talking about these players like they are amazing. And all they needed was a new manager. Well, guess what? New manager came in who was the next best sexy thing in football, who we wanted to replace Klopp, who Pep, like long-term replacement was Amorim, who some Arsenal fans were saying he's better than Arteta, and in the last he's managed like 1 game less than Ten Hag, I think, in the Premier League, and shit ain't got better. We're 14th, Za. We're 14th. That's your fades right now. This is where you're at right now. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Go ahead.
The issue is when Hassan